Hey everyone, Jameson896 here, trying out some new camera angles. Take a look. Today we have an Amazon unboxing of two things. Here's our first thing. So let's break this thing open. This is my new X-Acto knife set. Now, as you can see, there's various handles and various blades, which I find very cool. And it also has this nice wooden case. So let's open it up and see what's really going on in here. So, starts off, here we have the blades. They're all wrapped in plastic, which is nice. I think that's cool. Good touch. But the blades are not the part that I'm super worried about right now. I want to see how the actual knives feel in the hand, what kind of control you can get with them, and so on. So, I'll just squeeze that guy in there. There we go. Now, let's see if I can get this guy out. So, it comes with 3 different X-Acto knives. I'm not sure, there's probably a special term for these, but we will take a look at them individually, and I'll tell you about them. So, first off, let me see if I can even get this thing out of the case. So, here's the first one here. It's got a screwdriver-like handle. Feels comfortable in the hand. Seems to be well made. Here's the second one. This one is your typical looking X-Acto knife. Again, it feels nice in the hand. I think the larger diameter is nice. The texture on the front is good. And then finally, we have one very similar to that one, except this one is about the diameter of a pencil. It feels nice. Good texture again. Overall, I think it's a pretty cool kit. Now, I got this kit for $19.99, which I think is a good deal, considering you get 3 different knives, 3 blades here, and a bunch more up here, and this nice wooden case, which I think is pretty cool and pretty nifty. But this is the item that I've truly been excited for. I've been thinking about getting one of these for a little while now. Now, if you can read this, it says, you'll know what it is, but we will unbox it together. Off the bat, we have some warnings and stuff, some instructions. Cool. It seems to be packaged very nicely. Yeah, I'd rate this packaging a solid 9 so far at this point. There's styrofoam on the sides, lots of folded bits to make sure everything stays together. Yeah. Here is the actual machine bit. If you don't know what it is already, this is a wood burning kit. which I will show you guys. Oh, very cool. We have some letter stencils and some trial pieces, which is interesting. Here's the actual pen of the kit, if you want to call it that. And then here we have a bunch of attachments. This is sort of like a fancy soldering iron. You got some tweezers, a holding bit, a scrappy screwdriver. I'm not sure what that is. We'll open it up in a second. And a sponge. So, let's get into it. We have the crappy screwdriver. That's gonna get thrown away. But I'm curious on... Oh, I see. We can store the wire tips inside here. Pretty cool. Nice feature. But let's continue our unboxing. Let's get this off of there. Pair of tweezers. Not quite sure what they're for, but they're there. There we go. Again, very good packaging with this guy. Lots of styrofoam and stuff to keep the machine safe when it's in storage. There's a view of the machine. Pretty simple. We got a dial here for the heat, on-off switch, and a port for the pen, which looks like this. I'm going to refer to it as the pen. I'm not sure what else it would be called, but let's continue. There's that. Here's the sponge. I believe this guy will go right there. And then there is storage up here for extra tips and stuff, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use that. But let's plug this thing in and see what we can do. So here's the actual machine. I'm going to set this aside for now. And it will be plugged in, so just know that. However, you might not be able to see it. So I'm just undoing the cord right now. Seems to be of high quality, decent thickness. And plugging it in. Okay. Now we're taking the prong for the pen and we'll plug it in here. And we'll screw this guy on. Just finger tight, nothing crazy. And I think we're all set up. So now I'm gonna set that guy right there and we'll flip it on. Now there's a very dim light on the machine. We'll see if you guys can see that. It does show that it is heating, which is good. Oh, we forgot to put one of the little things in it. Let's start with an easy looking one. Like, I don't know. How about this one?
How many sandwiches do you want?
3. Do we have avocado? Do we put them on?
And ready?
Sure. Sorry about the interruption, guys. We're having grilled cheese sandwiches tonight. But, not too hot. We're gonna grab a high quality screwdriver, which unfortunately is not provided in the kit, but that's okay. If you've ever had a soldering iron I think this is pretty similar to a soldering iron in the sense that we're just heating up the end. The screws are torqued down pretty good. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I think this is a mix between a bunch of different tools, but I think it's pretty cool. So let's get one of these tips in so that we can try it out. Good touch here. They did add 2 extra screws for the pen in case you lose them, which I think is cool. Now we have one of the burning attachments in, and we'll snug it down finger tight, or screwdriver tight, on the machine. Now we'll flip it on and we'll turn it to 450 degrees, which is about mid-range from what I can tell. But let's make a little something. They gave me 2 stencils and they gave us 2 little wooden boards. So I'm gonna put the stencil on here and we'll try writing something. I'm gonna trace the stencil with pencil and then we'll go through it with the burning kit and see how it goes. I will be making future videos about this, where we make actual projects. So there's no rush to really make anything super elaborate. We're just trying it out, seeing our first impressions. So now we have a design sketched on there. I'm not sure how long this kit takes to heat up, but it looks pretty hot. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm not the most talented person artistically, so this is not my strong suit yet, but I'm gonna practice, and eventually hopefully I'll get the hang of it. So far, I think the foam grip is pretty good. I would have put something else, but that's just me. It's a little big for my liking. As I said, I've never done this before, so we're just getting first impressions of how this machine works. I'm sure there's people out there who are telling me how wrong I'm doing this, which is fine. But if you know how to do this correctly, just comment below. I'd love to hear about any tips or tricks that you guys have. I think 450 is a little hot for it, or for my current use. I don't really want it this dark. I was thinking more of a golden brown color, like you can see around the outside of the letters. But that's okay. Now I have to say, this is quite fun. Developing this skill is going to be something pretty cool to know how to do. I think I could have picked a more precise one of the tips for when I'm doing this, just so that we can really get those letterings down. But this is working pretty good. Now, for the first time, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I think it looks pretty cool. Overall, I'd say this kit was worth it. I paid $49 for this kit, $0 in shipping. They gave me free shipping. And I think it's going to be super cool to see how my projects turn out. I have a few things in mind. I'd like to transcribe a photograph onto some sort of wood. I'm not sure what, but I'd like to put a photograph, and I will be making a future video about that. We could use our new X-Acto knife kit to cut out the image, maybe. And then we can burn it in with the wood burning pen, or the whatever you want to call it. Overall, I think this was a really cool haul, and I would give the X-Acto knife kit an 8 out of 10. I think it's super versatile. There's lots of uses. There's not a whole lot of times where an X-Acto knife wouldn't be a good tool, or I think it's a good tool to have in your arsenal in case you have some precise cutting to do. And so far, the wood burning kit, I'd give that an 8.5 as well. I'm not super skilled at it yet, so I need some practice. However, I think it's going to be something super cool to have, and it'll allow me to expand the projects that I do. So, this is Jameson896 signing out. Hope everyone has a great day.